What's up, guys? Lord Nollan here, and today I'm talking about women in video games. Now, first of all, I love when women play video games. It is the best thing ever. We have the same, we almost had the same mentalities. We got the same, competitive nature. We got the same foul mouth usually. We got the same, we've got the same hobbies. And it's like, there's so many games out there that you can play. And so many different types of people that you can play them with. Like, having the whole other half of humanity getting into video games at such a high level is amazing, and I love it. Now, I will say that there are some girls that get into video games, emphasis on the word girls, that think that video games are supposed to be like this, carefree, happy-go-lucky escape from reality, which it can be if you're playing the right game. Now, a lot of these girls are playing highly competitive games.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day number 1 of the Fortnite DreamHack tournament. And
they're upset that people will talk trash to them on the internet.
I've heard go make them sandwiches. I've heard to go back to the kitchen. I've heard that I am not good because I'm a girl.
And here's what I have to say to these girls. You're gonna need tougher skin if you're gonna get into a competitive game on the internet. Any game, don't matter what it is, any game, sports, first person shooter, racing, friggin' open world, MMORPGs, all that stuff. Any game you play on the internet, any game is gonna have the most foul-mouthed, aggressive, competitive people on the planet playing it.
Nagging.
I can almost guarantee you that it will be the most jarring experience for somebody with soft skin. If your skin is not made of titanium, if your skin ain't adamantium, if you ain't got the healing factor of Wolverine when it comes to people talking trash, competitive gaming is not your thing. I'm a grown man, and I've heard 10-year-olds say some foul stuff to me. I have heard young children saying how my mama ain't shit, how I'm a loser, how it was a regret that my father ever gave birth to me, how they hope I died in a car crash, a plane accident, a boat sank, they hope I drowned, they hope I lost my testicles in a fire. I don't even know how I would lose my testicles in a fire. I guess my pants caught on fire. I don't know what that means, but I'm telling you, you will find the most competitive and aggressive people on all games online. Among Us, Fall Guys, if you could talk to people, if you could talk to people other than your teammates in Fall Guys, they would be saying some crazy stuff to you. Fortnite is, you're getting yelled at in Fortnite. You're getting yelled at in Call of Duty. You're getting yelled at in NBA 2K. You're getting yelled at in any game where you have to compete to win. That's how it goes. No one likes to lose, and not everybody's a gracious winner. Every gamer hates watching a person play a game terribly that they love to play. Even if you're on the opposite team, they will call you trash. They will tell you to put the controller down. They'll tell you to walk away from your computer. They will tell you that they hope you catch a virus so this game no longer exists in your vicinity. They are going to haze you. It is the nature of video games to be competitive when you are competing to win a thing. And it happens in sports and all this stuff too. People talk trash in sports in real life. In anything that is competitive. Cheerleaders dog each other. You're gonna get yelled at. You can't be soft in competitive arenas. Now, at the same time, I love trash talking women in video games. Some of my favorite streamers, Valkyrie, Ash, Lily, there was this other chick, but I think she did something really bad. I ain't gonna talk about her. But like, I'm telling you, like when a girl is on a video game and she gets amped up more than you, mwah, mwah, wifey, that mwah, I love it. It is beautiful. It's like watching a unicorn that has just figured out that it's a unicorn and is now flaunting its dust and shooting rainbows everywhere. It's like, yo, this is some wild stuff. I've just witnessed a unicorn discovering its powers. Like it's legit the best thing ever. It's like it's like seeing the shine of an elf in Lord of the Rings. It's like, it's magical. It is some magical stuff. It's like getting sprinkled with fairy dust in Peter Pan and realizing you can fly if you just believe. You're like, you're doing it, Peter. You're doing it. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, I just imagined a dinner and now it's there. Like, that's what watching a female gamer that is legit good and can trash talk with the best of them. One of my favorite lines is, she says it all the time. Fuck you, Peter. Like, literally. That's like, I don't even, like, I'm not even gonna give you any context. That's one of my favorite lines from a female gamer that I watch. Fuck you, Peter.
I promise you that is not me.
Fuck you.
All right, so are you guys feeling skilled or Polis?
Yeah, let's go skilled.
Wait, that guy's from your chat, huh, Peter? Huh? That's because your chat, huh?
Wait, I'm not even streaming, so I couldn't have leaked the code.
Damn it. Okay, it's one of yours, Peter. It's one of yours.
Honestly, he probably is. That clip of you yelling at a speakerphone is pretty good.
Here! What? Wait.
Cause he's always doing some ridiculous shit or some wild shit. He's always talking trash, and her response is just, "Fuck you, Peter." Literally, sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a nice, quick, succinct cuss out. Like, and she'll call people trash. I've seen Valkyrie call people trash, and it is amazing and it's hilarious. She is legit. She has carried teams before in some of the games that she's played, and it's no joke. Ash, I know a lot of you know who Jacksepticeye is. You don't know who Jacksepticeye is, and you like anything about video games and YouTube together. You don't know who Jacksepticeye is. You I don't know where you've been. Maybe you're a child and you just now discovered YouTube, but anybody over the past, even like past 5, 6, 7 years should know who Jacksepticeye is. But this man needed help from Ash because he had no idea how to play Rust when he first started. And Ash was like, yo, oh, you need help? Boom, 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 boom. Kept this brother alive through a whole playthrough of a server. They're in the second server and he's getting it now. But through the first server that they play on, she was his lifeline. She was supplying him with enough stuff to keep him alive. She was his bodyguard. Like, women make it seem like they can't play the game because it's too hard, or they can't play the game because men are too aggressive or whatever. Get aggressive back then. Get in there. Get into the game. Like, throw your emotions into the game. But if you're gonna get emotional, add your anger in there. Add a little bit of wrath in there. Get greedy. Like, be proud that you are a gamer. Be proud that your team is wrecking shop in Call of Duty. Be proud that you just made a jump shot from half court with Steph Curry in 2K. Be proud that you have just made your like a whole castle in Rust that nobody can penetrate while you snipe them from the roof and then go out and loot their bodies. Like, get into it. Get into it. Be proud that you and your team have just heisted a bank in Grand Theft Auto. Don't be a punk when it comes to games. Now, the games that some of these people play is just, it's like, why did you pick that game if you knew you couldn't handle being talked to, like, aggressively? Like, it's just, honestly, I feel like a lot of these girls, they should probably start, I don't know if they have like brothers or boyfriends or whatever, or if their father plays video games or their uncle or whatever. Find a dude that you know that plays video games. If you are feeling uncomfortable with how they're talking to you, find a dude that you know and play the game with them. Or play the game with a large group of other females that you know that play games and like games like you, and get into the trash talk. Have them back you up. Don't go into a competitive game alone if you got soft skin. Go into that competitive game with a team. Go into it as a duo, as a trio. Go into it with people backing you up so you don't feel like you're getting singled out. Because a lot of the times, a lot of these girls are playing the game by themselves. So it's like they go in with no backup, and they start hearing all these words, which I'm assuming they've never heard before. Because in all honesty, you know, not a lot of times, like if especially if they're cute or anything like that, are they gonna hear a barrage of negative things in a just short span of time. I'm talking 5 minutes, 1,000 insults got smashed right into your brain. Like, they're not going to be ready for that. And I understand it, because they're used to being called princess, or they're used to being called beautiful. They're used to guys throwing flowers at their feet. And I completely understand it. It's how humanity has treated cute, beautiful, and sexy women for millennia. You know what I mean? It's you know, the war in freaking Troy started because a man was like, yo, you are worth fighting an impossible battle in order to keep you around me. Like, men are like that in real life. But this is virtual life we're talking about. This is competition. And you have entered the Thunderdome. You came in the Thunderdome and you're looking at Master Blaster, and he's got spikes on his shoulder pads. He's got a cleaver in his hand. He's got steel all over him. He's got blood on his chin from biting a dude's neck just before you got in there. And you're going to tell him, all right, let's play nice. No, that's not how video games work in the competitive world. You've entered Thunderdome. You need to strap on some spikes on your knees. You need to put some brass knuckles with ridges, with big, huge, like, jagged blades. You need razor blades attached to your shoulder pads so you can shoulder them and slice the belly open. You need weaponry. You need to aggressively attack this man or this woman or this team or this group or this duo or this trio, because they are not going to take it easy on you. They're here for the dub, and that's what every gamer is here for. They're here for the dub. They don't care if they got to step on your throat and kick you in the genitals while they're doing it. They will step on your throat and kick you in the genitals while they're doing it. It's how the game is played. You cannot enter Thunderdome and start throwing rabbit tails at people, hoping that the fuzziness will soften their hearts and make them want to help you win. They're on the opposing side. They're there to slit your throat and hold your head over and drink the blood that comes out the bottom of your neck. That's how video games work. And if you cannot handle that, do not get into a competitive game. Play Wii Sports, play what is it, Animal Crossing, play whatever, play something else, play any other game. You can play horror games. Horror games, you're not really competing with anybody. It's just, you know, some scary stuff. That's it. Play a horror game. Any other game, but do not play competitive games that you got soft skin, because I guarantee you it will crush your spirit, and it will grind it into the dust with its heel, and it's gonna spit on it, and then right after it's done spitting on it, it's gonna whip it, whatever junk it has out, if it's got a squat or whatever, and it's gonna pee on you. It's either gonna stand or squat and pee on you, depending on the genitals of the person that is trash talking you. And all the time they're like, it's men that's trash talking. Not all the time. A lot of the times women are on there and they're gonna trash talk you too. But you'll take it because you're like, oh, you know, she's trying to be like the man. Like, no, she's a gamer. She's not trying to be like anybody else. She's a gamer, and she's coming at you with the aggression that she needs to come at you for that dub. Because half of the game is getting into the other person's head and making them make a mistake. If they're so pissed off that they're thinking about your words, you sniping them 7 times in a row is gonna make it even worse, and then they're not gonna be able to even aim straight. They're gonna be shooting at the walls. They're gonna be throwing grenades at their own feet. They're gonna be playing. They're gonna be passing it out of bounds in 2K, they're gonna be trash at the game if you're in their head. If you live in their brain, if you've put $1,000 condo right next to the synapses that equals anger, you have won that match, period. And that is gaming. That is the competitive nature of gaming. You are going to get into that person's head like a boxing match. You're going to get into that person's head. You're going to make them think they lost before they even strap the gloves on. You're going to have them quivering, walking down to their music. And when you look them dead in their eye across the ring, and when the ref brings y'all face to face, you're just looking at them like, I'm about to eat your kidneys after I pummel you into the dust that you once came from. Like, that's what you're doing. That's where winners live in competitive games. And if you can't do that, put the controller down. Put the controller down. Find another hobby. Because I guarantee you there's thousands of them out there. You can find something. And even if you don't want to play, you want to play a competitive game, play a different game. Like I said, there's so many games out there just to have fun. What is that? Like Phasmophobia. That's a scary game with a team and stuff like that. They're not going to trash talk you. You're in it together. There's Five Nights at Freddy's. There's horror games, there's funny games where the whole point of the game is for you to just to do things, just to build stuff, like The Sims. There's all kinds of other games. You don't have to play the game that's stressing you out to the point where you're upset with video games altogether. Just don't do it to yourself. And for my female gamers that have unlocked their truest potential, you're the real MVPs. You stay the course. You stay out there. You shine like the lighthouse that you are, beckoning other female gamers into the proud pantheon of online competitive gamers. With that being said, I hope that if you truly wish to play competitive games, you start working on the muscles that you have inside of your brain to power up your aggressive nature. And instead of crying about being yelled at, you yell back with insults so foul, insults so aggressive, that the person that hurled that first insult at you cries about it. That being said, it's the end of this video. Lord Nollan out.